It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. And it comes your way next.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gaudin joined by Tennessee Sports Hall of Famer Charles Davis. And CD, these Titans stumbled a bit last year. They were coming off 6 straight winning seasons, a #1 seed in 2021, but they fell to 7-10 a year ago.
A major surprise because it certainly...
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Nashville. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. And it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
As I remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia, he was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Geno. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Finding space at the 40. Still going. DK Metcalf. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So a new face at quarterback for the Titans in 2023. It's the 24-year-old rookie out of Kentucky, Charles, Will Levis.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A timeout for an injured player, and it looks like it's Traylon Burks who's in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second down, they go again with Henry. And Henry going to have the Titans first down as they'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running left, it's Henry. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
Still first
Let's
down.
remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken at about the 14. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Credit the sack there to Arden Kane.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Sticking with Walker on second down. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Titan. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Out of the gun, Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fam. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much. Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Back to Walker on first down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers and freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second down, here's Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Flush to his right. And he's got some space here. And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll go down as a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Now Smith. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And
ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Levis back to throw. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Levis got his man, Okonkwo. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. And Levis going back to the air. Touchdown! Okonkwo, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Full connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to the air, Smith on second down. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Boy, it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Meanwhile, Levis's throw pulled in by Hopkins. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On first down, Levis. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining. Oh, he sheds himself free. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff, because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 17-14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And able to get this out to the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They keep it with Henry on first down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Down to about the 37.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, it's Henry. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Henry will score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches, and then you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Now Folk for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because of that pace, this type of efficient.
And now off to the races down the right side. He's on his way. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Geno Smith 76 yards. And the Seahawks have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan scared to carry the ball all the way down, and when Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here. Now a throw here, hauled in. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Levis now on 1st and 10. He dumps it off for Henry. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
It's 3rd and 1.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 125 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll run it again with Henry. Pushes him over. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Well, I think Josh Norman can sympathize. He knows a little something about a run like this from Derrick Henry. I mean, that stiff arm might be the best in the business.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We'll see that Josh Norman play forever and ever, won't we? Because at Derrick Henry's size, 6'3", nearly 250, you know he's not shying away from contact. And here he just kept the defender at arm's length as he barreled his way into the end zone. I mean, just put that arm into the chest, and there he goes.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that will make this a 4-point game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts him in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board, will it energize them? Or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that gives him a 3-point lead. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point. Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free. Walker now on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away. Myers' kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough? Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position. And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So Levis and the Titans now down by 6, 2:23 to play. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Levis. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion. Levis on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now Gino on 1st down. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Trying to take this home, they'll run. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it.
First down, Seattle.
And Walker once more.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough. We're that one possession down the